Hello and welcome back to the Elder Scrolls Online Greenshade. We are on the outskirts of Woodhearth. Now, as you can see, Woodhearth is at least area-wise, fairly large. You have the housing that is High Elven style, and you have the housing that is Wood Elven style. And then you have the docks, which is essentially the 3 quarters that makes up this. Now, the Wood Elven part at first doesn't seem like much, but then you kind of have to remember that Wood Elves mostly live in the trees. And that's not just at the bottom of the trees, no. As you can see, these trees are fairly sizable. And there is quite a lot of living space inside. So, this will be presuming that the main quest doesn't take us away from Woodhearth, and it might, I don't know, then we will be here for a while and doing the same as we did with Mabruk, and basically clear out as many side quests and main quests that we can that are located here in the city. So I'll try to avoid, if at all possible, to move away from Woodhearth. The only exception I would make to that would be if the main quest were to send me off somewhere else in Greenshade. So not even to other areas, only if it was somewhere else in Greenshade would I actually follow along it. But for the time being, let's just start up the main quest line, which we will do by talking to Lyril, who I believe is here. Yes, that is him. Good. Just had to be sure. It's not always clear where these quest-giving NPCs are located. Sometimes you run into them right outside of a settlement. Sometimes you have to find them deep within said settlement. And well, unless you have tried the quest already, there's not really any way to know that ahead of time. So it really, it's not impossible to plan out, but it's definitely not easy either. Okay, let's hear what he has. I'm assuming
I can't believe it. He was right again. When will I learn not to wager my gold against Razumdar's instincts? He said you would be coming this way. Is it true then? Did you persuade the Wilder King to swear loyalty to Queen Qa'Rajh?
Yes, though it's the Wilder Queen now.
The Wilder Queen, eh? Times are changing in Valenwood, aren't they? All this has put the Dominion in a delicate position. I suppose that's why it's so important that we are here. Razumdar sent me here to await your arrival. He wants you to join him as quickly as possible. It seems Vicereeve Peladil came this way after stealing the staff of Magnus.
Why did Peladil come here?
To be certain. I suspect he merely seeks to find a ship and flee back to the Somerset Isles. Perhaps he is determined to see Prince Naaman's body laid to rest there. Razumdar has his own suspicions, though, but he seemed quite concerned.
What does Razumdar think?
He was unwilling to share his suspicions with me. Whatever his instincts may be, though, this time I will wager that he's on the mark. Undoubtedly, Razumdar intends to share his thoughts with you. You'll find him in the Thalmor headquarters.
Very well, I'll go look for Razumdar. Alright, put a stop to Peladil's plans in Woodhearth.
Bunch of cowards around here.
Why do you have that marker on you? Sure, let's talk.
Divines bless you, friend. I am a good man who's fallen on hard times. I have 11 starving children that will surely die without a morsel to eat today. Won't you spare a silver for an honest man and his adoring children?
Silver? Do you mean gold?
Yes, I'm sure a wealthy traveler and hero such as yourself could spare a few gold for a worthy cause. Won't you think of my poor children wasting away?
I could, like, it doesn't appear to be very cold here, but I have an abundance of money. I think I almost have 100,000 times this amount, so yeah, this... Oh, close, but...
Thank you. Thank you. I owe you.
Not entirely sure what the deal with... Did I get experience for paying the guy? Yes, I did. Ha! That's... Well, I certainly can't complain. So, Woodhearth is in a bit of a state when it comes to... Is this the right place? Thalmor Residence. But that is not the... Oh. It's the big house. Right, okay. Well, so I have already found a sky shard here in Woodhearth, which to me indicates that there probably, but not necessarily, is not likely more.
Precision, which I cannot achieve with your tail constantly twitching.
Are they casting an illusion on Razumdar? Alright. Oh, we actually have a quest in here, it seems. Let's turn that in first.
I've served the Thalmor for almost 20 years now, as an advisor in the matter of healing arts.
I found your notes. The Veiled Heritance was using them to create liches.
Veiled Heritance were using my notes? No. What have I done? I was young and foolish when I wrote these notes.
That's not your
I
fault.
just wanted to save my wife from a consuming plague. Oh, I should have destroyed them then. I will destroy them now. Thank you.
It's a lot of gold and experience for not really doing anything. I cannot complain about that. Well, I could, but it would be rather pointless. Is this a... So there's a Mystic and Magus shop here. But no... crafting stations. That's... Oh, we don't want to go back out. No, that was a nice little touch. Oop, complaint to the Thalmor. This is the third time this week that my Sentia tigers have run off, only to be found butchered near the Lamia-infested cave. If something is not done about this, I will travel to Marbrook and bring my complaint before the Queen herself. Then we will see how long the Thalmor is allowed to throw its weight around Woodhearth. The Dominion belongs to the Khajiit as well, not just the elves. I demand that action to be taken at once to investigate the Underroot Cavern, and that reparations be made for my lost cats. Huh. Ow, it was a steal. I had... Taltari. That name seems familiar, as if it's someone that we have quested with before. Vilbjorn the Wolf. Well, that's a Nord, definitely. Not entirely sure what he's doing here, but... Well, I suppose the Thalmor are more of a military and political organization more than a high elven organization. Though most of the members are of Elmiri descendants. Well, this... Oh, bookshelf. That works. Alright, upstairs we go. Where do we stop? When we have searched through all the nooks and crannies for anything of even meager wealth. Sure. I had hoped that just getting a hold of stuff that was stolen and being able to sell it off would raise my skill in the Thieves Guild, but, well, that is not the case. What's in... Did I come from this direction? I don't think I did. Okay. Well, it leads me around, so it works. Okay, Raz. What's up?
This Thalmor mage will drive Razumdar mad. Stand here, hold this, everything's so exact. This one prefers more flexibility. He is glad another eye is here who understands, because we must move quickly here if we are to protect the Dominion.
Let me guess. Whatever illusion they were trying to cast on Razumdar is now going to be cast on me. Well, what do we need to do?
Find Peladil, of course. This one tracked his stinking hide here after he stole the Staff of Magnus. He's the boss of the Veiled Heritance now, and he has allies here in Woodhearth. Dirty traitors who conspire against Queen Qa'Rajh.
What are they planning to do?
This we do not know yet, but Razumdar has devised the perfect way to flush these rats from their hidey holes. If they had an opportunity to assassinate the Queen, surely they would take advantage of it, yes?
The Queen is coming to Woodhearth? We already know she is.
Razumdar will be the Queen instead, if this mage does his job, of course. We will go soon, so Raz must prepare. Speak to Trithane Fariel. She can tell you more about the traitors who are helping Peladil.
Very well. I'll ask Fariel to tell me what she knows.
This one would ask a favor.
Okay.
If the Stalmor mage turns Razumdar into a monkey, you must exact vengeance. Oh, and you would need to track down Peladil on your own. Raz hopes this will not be the case, though.
Oh, yeah, in case he's turned into a monkey. Right. What spell is this Thalmor mage going to cast on you?
Perfect illusion, he says, to make Razumdar look like Queen Qa'Rajh. This one prefers a regular disguise, but Trithane Fariel doubts that would suffice. You should speak to her so we can get on with this.
Why are the Thalmor
You
here?
share Razumdar's distaste, yes? We must accept them, though. The Thalmor were sent to Woodhearth when the Dominion was formed. This port is critical for trade, and there is concern it could be a target for enemy spies or for the Maumur.
The Maumur are a threat here?
Wherever there is sea, there is the threat of the Sea Elves. They've sought to conquer these shores for centuries.
It kind of
The
makes
rise of
sense.
the Dominion has only served to provoke them. The Thalmor help boost the city's defenses.
Did you learn anything else? Who sent the Thalmor here?
Battle Reeve or Selmo issued the orders, but Queen Qa'Rajh gave her blessing. She prefers not to send the Thalmor to every city in the Dominion, but in this case, she had little choice. Even Trithane Fariel agrees they are needed.
Did you learn anything else about Peladil?
Razumdar thought the Viceroy was a clawless coward, always going on with Prince name on this and Prince name on that. So pathetic. But he is more tricky now. All this one knows is that Peladil is near and that he has the Staff of Magnus.
What about the
Last
prince?
time this one saw Naaman, he was still quite dead. But Peladil wouldn't drag around the prince's corpse just to make sure he gets a proper burial. Some sort of necromancy must be planned, but why? Naaman can't rule the Dominion if he is undead.
Well, I'm sure that the Vale Heritans wouldn't mind if that was what was needed for them to gain power. Okay,
so you're the
Ferial.
one who's going to accompany the cat on this guar-brained scheme of his. I hope you realize what you're up against. These traitors in our city have sought to stir up rebellion since the day King Camoran joined the Dominion.
I mean, we know that the Bosmer and Woodhearth opposed to the Dominion. We've literally gone through a whole settlement that wasn't exactly keen on joining the Dominion. Albeit they weren't so much against and as they weren't for the Dominion either. Kind of neutral on that regard. So seeing the Dominion is more of like a they're here but they are not in charge basically. There are Bosmer and Woodhearth. Well, I suppose we don't know if there are any in Woodhearth specifically opposed to the Dominion.
So you'd think. But we've never caught any of the traitors. They may not actually be Bosmer at all. Our enemies are always one step ahead of us. Roman doesn't want to believe it, but I think it's obvious there's a spy among the Thalmor.
Someone right here?
We've gone to great pains to keep Razumdar's plans secret. The spy must believe that Iren is really here. There have been rumors that the Maormer plan to raid us, so we've put word out that the Queen has come to make sure the city's safe.
And you're expecting the traitors to attempt an assassination?
Yes. Mad as the cat may be, his plan might actually work. The story is that the Queen wants to personally investigate the old Imperial Underground. You'll escort her there to meet Astaril, a Thalmor officer we suspect may be a spy.
How many guards are we taking?
The cat didn't tell you, did he? No, we can't send any guards. We don't know who we can trust. He thinks the two of you can handle it, though. I don't know if I'd call that confidence or foolhardiness, but I hope Bandar is with you either way.
Thank you. When do we leave?
As soon as Xanador gets the spell right and turns your friend into a queen. Assuming this works, you and Razumdar should leave for the Imperial Underground straight away. Oh, here we go now. It's about time.
Okay.
Very convincing. But is the illusion applied everywhere? Perhaps this one should take a moment in private to double check. Yes.
There were no miscalculations, I assure you. Now excuse me, I must wash the smell of cat from my robes.
Ah, the Thalmor. Never change, never change. Hello, my
Raz
queen.
looks good in this form, but then Raz always looks good. Queen Iren could maybe learn a thing or two from this one.
You look like the queen, but you don't sound like the queen.
A fair point. Raz, I will keep that in mind. You have spoken with the Tree Thane, then? You understand my genius plan, yes?
I am to escort you to
Yes.
the Imperial
There
Underground.
we will find out the truth about this Thalmor officer Astaril. She's quite the beauty, I'm told, but traitors are never what they seem, yes? This one is... No. I'm ready when you are.
Why the secrecy? Yeah, enter the Imperial Underground. I was about to say, so what now? But we have to enter the Imperial Underground, so I guess that would explain it. Okay, so I think I may have found this by accident before, as I traveled around looking for crafting stations and secrets in Woodhearth. Oh, we need our food buffs. There we go. And gaining some Seals of Endeavor, apparently. All good. Is my experience buff on? It is. I'll take these void blooms and the ore over to the right. Just because I can, and because seeing as it's now stackable and in a crafting bag, it's less cluttering for my inventory. Oh, Raz isn't even following. Oh. Hello? Is that a law book? No. Ah. Ah, yes, of course. Law books have that purple glow to them. Oh, in here? Ah, yes, I knew I had seen it. When Valenwood was a part of the Second Empire and Woodhearth was an imperial kingdom, the Wood Elders had their first encounter with Cyrodiilic bureaucracy. The Imperialists didn't think much of Postmeri's citizenization and constructed its first real sewer system.
Be ready. This one is counting on you to watch his, her back. Astril, is that you?
Yes. Come closer, my queen. I have something for you.
What is this?
A gift in memory of Prince Naaman. Vicereeve Peladil sends his regards. You will die, and the true King of Alinor will rise again.
Oi!
Well, that hurt.
Can you
Qa'Rajh
stand?
will be fine. A few burns will not kill this one. But for the moment, he thinks you should press on alone. You must catch Astril and find out where Peladil is hiding.
Where did she go?
Used some kind of magic to escape, but it was not a portal, so she cannot have gone far. She must still be here, somewhere in these tunnels.
Alright, tend to your wounds. I'll find her. I doubt that the Queen would go down that easy. She has shown that she has magical capabilities. Inheritance. Okay, well that's pretty straightforward. Hello. And you brought your friends, did you?
Circle around!
Yes, circle. Do that while I press myself up against the door so you don't have any flank to go against. Are you fighting my flabby? Kindly stop. Whoop. There we go. We've almost already made back the gold that we gave to help that guy. Arcanist. So that's just a mage, essentially. Maybe a summoner, but not a healer. Justicia and assassin. Alright. Detected. By whom? From what? And where?
Go around!
Whoop! Ooh. No. A mender and an assassin. Okay. We want to get rid of the mender first. Because we don't want them to receive any healing whatsoever.
From the sides!
I'm just gonna run away from you. Get sapped on. Yike. Okay. It's a very simple up. You bloody bugger. standing around being all casual. But I am wiser. And a little more dangerous than you are. You can take your poison and shove it right up your veiled ass. Eldesil. Well, I'm not so concerned about that, but I am concerned about the Mender. I don't want any of that happening.
No matter.
Healer!
Yes. This guy hits like a truck. Ow. Oh, well. Flabby, come back. I'm not done here. Whoa!
This changes nothing.
So, the orders are here. Eldesil, by no means is anyone to learn that the Vale Heritance is here in Woodhearth until we're certain that Qa'Rajh is dead. You are to remain out of sight while our new recruit completes a mission. Your job is only to cover her escape in case she is pursued. If she were exposed, she would be of no more use to us than her sister was. Once you have assured her escape, you may rejoin the rest of our forces and resume preparations. Vice Real Penry. Oh! I thought that this was part of the mission, but no. Whoop! Ow! Whoop! Just repair stuff.
Raz heard sounds of fighting. Did you catch up with Astaril? Were you able to question her about Peladil?
Astaril got away. The Vale Heritance covered her escape.
Dark moons. If Astaril got away, we will have to track her down. And the Veiled Heritance is here. That is troubling. Razumdar suspected a few might have come, but he did not expect them to be here in any numbers.
I found orders from Peladil indicating there was a large force.
Some of Razumdar's contacts warned him that the Veiled Heritance was not putting all its hopes on Prince Naaman, that they had backup plan. Naaman is dead. This must be backup plan.
You think they're planning to attack Woodhearth?
If they cannot rule the Dominion, perhaps they would destroy it by attacking Valenwood. But Raz would not have thought the Heritage could muster enough manpower. Let us go. We must tell Tritha and Fariel what we have learned.
Okie dokie. So yeah, when I stumbled upon this, just looking around, the door was locked and I could only enter the antechamber. So yeah, didn't learn much. Really. I didn't really learn anything by just going in here chasing the Veiled Heritance, but I suppose it'll do. Okie dokie. How far do we have? We have to go back to the house. Okay. I might look into getting some more armor and something upgrade, something of that in that mind, because I was taking quite a lot of damage. Yes, that was supposed to be a boss guardian creature, but still, he hits like a truck. And I wasn't even getting hit by all the other people, like it was just him. That's kind of worrisome. Okay.
If what Razumdar says is true, the city of Woodhearth owes you a debt. Of course, if the city's attacked and destroyed, that won't be worth much. Maybe we can prevent that. The cat said you found orders from Vicereeve Peladil. Can I see them?
Of course, right here.
This proves that Peladil is planning something here. Something even bigger than killing the Queen. I'm glad you brought it to light. I just hope it's not too late for us to do something about it. There's something about Peladil's orders. The reference to Astral seems strange, and a Roman still refuses to believe she betrayed us. Either way, Astral's the key to unraveling this mess. We need to question her and find out what she knows.
Where do you think we can
find her? If she hasn't realized we're onto her, we might be able to catch her by surprise. She might be down at the Thalmor residence right now. I assume a Roman will want to be there when you confront her. The three of you should go quickly, though.
I'll go right away.
Even if Astral's fled the city, you might be able to find some clues about Peladil's plans in her quarters. Let's hope he finds something, because otherwise, we don't have much to go on.
What do you know about Vicereeve Peladil?
Not much, really. I heard he just followed Prince Naaman around like a little lost puppy. Now he runs off with Naaman's body, steals the Staff of Magnus, and takes charge of the Veld Inheritance. It seems this puppy might have a bite after all.
Yep. Oh, we have to... Oh, here. Oromin.
This is preposterous. Astral has risked her life for the Dominion more times than I can count. She is one of my best officers. I refuse to believe this irresponsible slander until I have spoken with her myself.
Razumdar and I both saw her in the Imperial tunnels.
Understand, one doesn't become a Thalmor agent until their loyalty is proven beyond question. If Astral confesses, or if we find substantial proof, I will admit I was wrong. Until then, I remain extremely skeptical.
Will you join us in confronting
her?
her?
This is Thalmor business, and I am going to the Thalmor residence to confront Astral myself. You are welcome to accompany me if you choose.
Well, I do choose. Oh. We're gonna run this one a bit long because, well, it is the main quest line. So I don't see a problem with following that. Did he just skip? Yeah, I think he did. Very fancy wings. Oh, there's a side quest over here. Shall look into that eventually, but not now. Yep, I had a feeling something like that would happen. Oh, that's convenient. Let's first see if there is anything of value. Nope, doesn't look like it. Okay. I don't know why I'm... Examine Astral's... Ah! No! No. I did not want the seat. That's... okay. The corpse of an Altmer female lies upon the stone floor. She has clearly been dead for a considerable length of time.
You see? It's clear that Astral has been dead for some time, so she cannot have been the one you saw in the Imperial tunnels. I told you, say what you will about the Thalmor, but we do not have traitors in our midst.
You don't seem too bothered by her death.
It troubles me greatly, but the integrity of the Thalmor is of greater concern, and I am pleased to be proven right in that respect. With that concern behind us, we can finally start searching for the true source of this treachery.
Who do you think killed her?
Undoubtedly, it was the same person that assumed her likeness and attempted to assassinate the Queen, Razumdar. Speaking of the cat, it seems he may have found something.
Well, it was an attempt to assassinate the Queen. Okay, Raz. Oh, we just have to explore, right? Okay. I thought I had to talk to Razumdar about the find, but I suppose we can do that once we have entered. It seems he have healed from his wounds.
There could be some useful evidence down here. Let us look closely before moving on.
Letter to Lyril. Lyril, I have received word that the Queen is indeed alive and well in Marbrook. This was nothing more than a ruse designed by the Queen's eyes to expose our presence. The pair you attacked were none other than Razumdar and Qa'Rajh, both of whom are well-known enemies to the Veiled Heritance. Despite their efforts, however, we will soon be prepared to execute our plans. Posing as your sister was effective while it lasted, but it is no longer necessary. Come through the sewers and meet me in the old Imperial Prison. We have matters to attend to. Hilidel.
Astrid had a sister? A twin, perhaps? That would explain much. Raz suspects these tunnels will reveal the rest.
Okay, so I don't think there's going to be much resistance down this path. If the path is considered to be hidden, that is. Skeevers, yeah, I kind of expected that to be here. This is a sewer after all. Oh, that one got well and truly. Can I go into the water? Yeah, but I can't fight. So, that's, Are you attacking my Flappy? Kindly reconsider that. Thank you. Okay. This is basically a... Oh! What? There we go. Heritance Assassin. Not surprised. Any lore? No. I'll just move in their wake. It seems like
I'm hurt.
I mean, I don't get the experience, but... Ooh, already known. Okay. No need to take it then. I hit a rat. Well, I suppose that happens. So that's the way to go, but what's down here then? A single, lonely, lost skeever. Well, okay. Imperial Prison. Does this look like the floor would collapse or be some Indiana Jones-esque puzzle? Ooh. Veil Mistress Areza. Well, you're all alone, so, hello! Shadow spawn, nice. Well, hello. That probably was meant to be
My favorite people.
a lot of people
The
here.
very faces of my failure. And now you've tracked me down just to watch me die?
You're just like my sister and the rest of the Thalmor. No sympathy whatsoever.
Where's Paladil?
Funny you should ask. I was wondering the same thing. Then I realized he lured me here so his assassins could kill me. This is my reward for my loyal service. A blade in my gut, and a nice cold tomb.
Do you know what he's planning?
Planning? Oh, he's well past that point. As we speak, his armies are storming the shore, up at Seaside Sanctuary. Once they've got a foothold there, they'll conquer all of Valenwood. And there's not a damn thing you can do about it.
The Vale Heritance's armies?
Of course not. They're just one prong of the mighty trident with which Paladil will smite the Dominion. He signed a treaty with the Malma, and with the staff of Magnus he's going to raise an army of undead. Yes, your days are numbered, all right.
I've met my share of undead. I think I'll be fine. Did he intend to raise Prince Naemon too?
Who better to lead an undead army than an undead prince? And if Paladil brings him back, Naemon will be bound by the Vicereeve's will. No longer will Paladil need to worry about the prince making bad decisions.
Does Paladil still think the prince can rule?
Paladil says he's under no illusions about that fact. But he still gets rather glossy-eyed when speaking about Naemon. I suspect he still harbors some hope that the prince will play a role in the future he has envisioned.
Are you still loyal to Paladil when he ordered you killed?
Irene is a false queen. And the Aldmeri Dominion is a pathetic joke. Nothing can change that fact. Even Paladil turning on me. I'd gladly sacrifice my life to bring about the Dominion's downfall. It means my life was worth something.
Well, it means your life was wasted because it's not gonna happen. Was it worth murdering your own sister?
When was torture. While she climbed the ranks of the Thalmor, I was perceived as a failure. When Paladil recruited me, it was my turn to shine. I have no regrets. In the end, Asterel and I both lost our lives for the cause.
How did he make the deal with the Malma?
Simple enough. The Sea Elves have always coveted these shores. If they help Paladil dismantle the Dominion, he's agreed to give them Valenwood. It's not like these damn Bosma have done anything other than cause us trouble.
What about the rest of
You
the
mean
Dominion?
elsewhere? Far as I know, Paladil doesn't even care. He just wants the Somerset Isles. I don't even think he wants to rule them himself. As long as they're ruled by someone other than Naemon's sister.
There's nothing more for us to
Just
talk
leave me to
about.
die. I wouldn't accept your help, and you'd be better off not offering.
I'm not offering.
It's too
I
late.
mean, I'd offer
He can't be stopped.
end it. I think you're wrong. Lady, I was in Cold Harbor, and I escaped. So you're telling me some Nancy stuck in the mud Vicereeve wants to be God King is unstoppable? I think not. Raz, what do you think?
Eyes open, my friend. We are not out of this yet.
No, but the door is right here. Couldn't they just have built stairs or a ladder, maybe? Oh well. Raz, are you coming? Oi! When did you learn how to teleport? Okay. Then take a couple of skeevers on the way out. I can't fight while I'm in the water. Can I perhaps use this piece of wood as leverage? Perhaps. Oh, it reset its health point. That's not cool. Don't do that. Does this look familiar? I mean, it is an Imperial sewer, so yes. Ah, the good old days of Oblivion. I also think I found the exit at some point, because I found a grate that I could not enter, as before, while running around off camera, that is, obviously. Okay. Well, this will tie it up to basically leave us towards the... up towards this settlement, seaside, where we are apparently dealing with not just the Veiled Inheritance, but also Mauma and perhaps even undead. It sounds like a wonderful time in Valenwood. I mean, it's not wonderful in the sense that the Heritage is there. It's not wonderful in the sense that the Mauma is there. Undead, I think those are actually my favorite of those three. But Necromancers are not, so yeah. But I certainly don't mind showing them what's for through violence. So,
Razumdar explained how
this
he was
works.
fooled by Lyril. I wish I had time to show proper gratitude, but he also told me that an army of Mauma, led by Vicereeve Peladil, is making landing on our shores. Is this true?
That's what Lyril said.
Damn. Honestly, I rather hoped he misheard. I suppose that's rarely the case. Very well then. I will muster the city's defenses, but there is only so much we can do. I'm certainly glad you're here. You and Razumdar may be our best hope. You should get to Seaside Sanctuary as soon as possible. If we strike the Mauma hard enough there, we might be able to drive them back out to sea before they get a foothold on the shore.
Well, see, the way I would go about it was to sow discord between the newly found allies. If Peladil can't promise the Mauma that they will get a hold of Valenwood, then they have no reason to fight for him. Well, I'm certain we will get a better chance to look at it. Also, is it just me, or does the plan of just ignoring Elsewhere entirely seem very, very flawed? I get that the brunt of the Almeri forces are made up from High Elves, yes. But considering the sheer size of the Dominion, hedging a bet on them falling apart just because one area of Valenwood is being hit by Mauma, and the Heritage has already been defeated on Oridon. Obviously, the rest of the Somerset Isles are still available, but that seems like a very flawed plan that isn't thought through and only is looking at the short run for a quick success, but not a whole lot of substance. Are you sending soldiers there as well?
I can spare, but the city comes first. There is an outpost at the sanctuary with a few soldiers, if it hasn't been overrun. Go through the Serpent's Grotto and look for Major Serenway. She's the commanding officer.
I'll head to the Serpent's Grotto then. Before the storm. Oh, that sounds like a very... Do I know you?
I've been apprised of some concerning news regarding the Mauma operations off the coast. We appreciate your efforts, of course. We must also remain focused on the tasks at hand.
Perhaps someone with a similar name was in a quest earlier on. Well, that will send us towards Serpent's Grotto, which I have found. It is a little further outside, so not here. It is here. There's even a way shrine, which indicates that it's a longer journey through. Well, that makes me question, because there is a grotto here. But perhaps that is part of a quest? Well, if that is the case, we shall see to it once we sort of begin to clear out Greenshade as a whole for all of the quests. For the time being, though, that is the end of this episode. But we had several quests to complete here in Woodhearth. So we shall start doing those in the next episode. But until then, take care.